So welcome to, what is this? What is this called?
Dan's Q.
What's this called?
Dan's Q.
What show are we doing?
So we're doing, this is Josh and Matt and Dan. For the first time, we have all three of us, which is amazing, you know? So we're gonna talk about Infinity War.
Damn straight.
So who was the first? Matt, you were the first one to see this. So
Yes, I did.
how many times have you seen this?
I've seen it 3 times.
3 times?
3 times.
So you probably have the most information about this. I only seen it once.
Oh god.
Dan, how many times have you seen it?
I saw it once.
Yeah. So
great.
Adding me and Dan together, we still don't even beat you. You know, you beat us by 1 point.
Yeah. Well, so Mateo, did you like it?
Oh, I actually liked it. I liked it all going to seeing it all 3 times. I like seeing it regular edition. I saw it in 3D. It just got really darker
That sounds like
than how it was and when I first saw it. What the fuck?
Just keep talking.
Okay. So it just got darker over and over again, but like it was a good movie. It held up. It wasn't bad. It wasn't like some other movies I could say that's from a different.
So did it get better each time? Did it get better each time you seen it?
Each time I saw it, it would stay the same, but I picked up a little more details.
Yeah.
3D felt worse, so I couldn't really find the details. I was just more focused.
3D, I was not even interested.
I just wanted to focus on like how they did it. There's some parts. The only time I saw that was really, really good. It's like an Ant-Man trailer for the second movie, and it's when like he's just talking to his like daughter, and he says like something about Civil War, and he's grabbing War Machine, and War Machine's like coming out of the screen. Actually, it felt like he was like at you, but that was the only part. I was like, oh, he's at me.
Did you feel his metal fingers on your face?
So close.
So did you like it, Josh?
Oh, I loved it. I liked it way better than I thought I was gonna like it. And the first right when the action kind of starts with what's his name, Doctor Strange. I almost said Professor Strange. Doctor Strange, Tony Stark, and whoever Doctor Strange's extra guy is. I don't know his name because I haven't seen the Doctor Strange movie, so
that's pretty good.
I really appreciate when they first walked out of Doctor Strange's building and like the camera was just kind of handheld and like it looked like the perspective of like another person, you know, just kind of like walking with them, and it felt like I don't know, it felt more personal. Like I don't know, like usually with movies, like with the kind of superhero movies, it's just like I don't know, it's like. It's more neatly done with the camera work and obviously sometimes there's some shaky cam with stuff like that, but I just thought that was a nice little touch. Like it was like, oh yeah, I'm right behind Tony Stark, you know, which was cool. So Dan, what are your thoughts?
Oh, thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
I didn't love it as much as you guys did. I think I didn't love it.
Are you DC biased?
You're one of those guys.
No, I don't like DC. I'm a big Marvel guy, and I'm a big fan of Spider-Man. So it was good to see Spider-Man in there.
I feel like it can't work at you.
I just didn't. I felt like there was a lot of just nonsense going on for most of it. There was like some big plot points that I didn't understand why they were happening, and then by the end of it I was like, why did it all happen? Not that it wasn't enjoyable. There's a lot of good shit in it, you know, a lot of good comic book shit. I thought it was better than Age of Ultron, you know? I think coming right off of Black Panther and Thor Ragnarok,
I've seen that one.
I think that both of those movies blew it out of the park, and this one wasn't as good as those. So maybe my expectations were a bit higher, but I feel like they weren't, because my expectations weren't very high after, the Avengers movies haven't been that great. The first one was okay.
Yeah, it's just kind of run of the mill. Yeah, I wasn't even interested in Age of Ultron at all. I was like, well, people said it sucked, so I'm just not gonna see it.
In the middle, I liked it. The story was a little but it was good. I just seen everyone run around in Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
So then bring Ultron to life. See how it went.
So before we go into spoiler discussion, which is pretty much going to be this whole movie. Do you guys have any thoughts? You know, you want to convey to the audience here, the Batyardigans?
I like that one.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, man.
And if you haven't seen this movie yet, run away. Go see it and come
I
back.
feel like, everyone has seen this movie.
Yeah, basically.
Probably,
Or will see this movie.
I know it broke all these records, you know, like these top opening weekend records and everything like that.
I have one thing to say.
I
have one thing to say. If you went on Thursday the 26th, not the 27th,
you get a comic book.
You get a book from Regal, and that was it.
Word.
You get a book.
Yeah, I didn't get one either.
I got one. I forgot to bring it up here to the stage.
Yeah, why didn't you bring it?
I'm sorry.
Bring it after so we could cut to it.
Okay. And it has like neat things. You can use your phone and all that shit with the Regal app and bring stuff to life. It was cool.
Does it show Iron Man?
It shows Groot, and Groot's waving to you. Then it has Black Panther, and he's doing backflips and karate moves and stuff like that.
What? I want to see that now.
I'm sorry. But that's like the only... I asked, I went my other 2 times, and they never gave us a book afterwards, so it was like that opening night. That's it. Alright, so let's go into discussing this.
No, Dan had a point.
Oh, you? Right.
Yeah, I can't remember it.
Oh, sorry.
That ruined it. I did have something too, but I forgot. So, Dan, carry it away.
Well, I feel like we should talk about some of the good things about it, right? First.
Oh well.
What was your?
I know the point.
Do it.
Okay, so the point I was going to make. This movie is definitely not like a 3-act structure like normal movie. You pretty much have to see the other Marvel movies to really even get any grasp of like what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
To care about the characters. There's not really much. There is character development mostly with Thanos, but not like with other characters.
Well, the director said that this is Thanos' movie.
Yeah,
this isn't
which
a Marvel.
Feels like that.
This isn't all the Marvel Avengers characters, like a movie and all that stuff. I may have screwed that all up. Whatever. It wasn't their movie. It was more basing him.
Like you said it right.
Yeah.
We'll re-edit it.
Awesome. Cool. No, but it was just more based on him. It wasn't like everyone else. Everyone else is kind of established, unless it was like little minor characters from the movie, other movies.
Like the Squidward guy.
Oh, I think that's what I was gonna say. Everything that we've been seeing since the very beginning of the Wave 1, like Cap America, like just stuff from way back then, finally gets to come back around, you know, and you get to see stuff again.
Yeah,
you know,
and it starts with the letter R. Okay, so are we in spoilers? Spoilers.
Spoiler.
In 3, 2, 1. There's gonna be explosion. Alright, spoilers.
Spider-Man dies.
That was
why would you drop that nuke already?
That's like the last thing I said. What I was gonna say.
Everyone
jeez.
Why did only some people die?
Because he only took out like half of the population throughout the whole universe.
And it just was like random.
It was just random.
Most superheroes except Tony Stark, Captain America.
It was just Thor survived. We're all the way at the end. Like now we have to backtrack.
Yeah.
But anyway, Thor
started at the end.
Yeah. So Thor survived. Rocket survived. Iron Man. Yeah, Captain America, War Machine.
Why did they survive and like everyone else died?
Because everyone was expecting them to die, pretty much. Because like people were like, when Tony Stark gets stabbed, you're like, oh well, you know, Robbie Downey Jr. doesn't want to do this shit anymore. So it was a good fake out. Like you're like, oh, well, he's dead.
I definitely thought he was gonna die when he got stabbed. I was like, oh, I knew it. Shit. I actually thought going into it, I thought like Tony Stark definitely gonna die.
No, I thought Captain was gonna die.
Cap is gonna die.
That's what
he was supposed to die in Civil War.
Yeah, that was my guess. That was my guess before the movie. And Matt's seen it, and we're all conversing on our PlayStation platform.
Yeah.
And,
I
was
mean,
like,
trying my
Captain's
hardest
gonna die.
not to say anything.
The release dates that they've showed us so far kind of ruined, like, I don't think, like, nobody believes that any of these characters are going to stay dead. Like,
Oh,
no
doubt.
There's going to be a new Black Panther movie.
There's too much of a cash crowd.
There's more Spider-Man movie coming up.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know anybody that believes these
Well,
characters are
the
really dead.
next Spider-Man's going to be a different actor. It's going to be, it's going to be Drake Bell.
I've seen it before.
Oh, no.
So
So what was your favorite part of the movie, Mateo?
Favorite part? I liked a lot of parts. I actually liked
all the parts.
Yeah, all the parts.
What's the first one that comes to your mind?
First part was like, I actually enjoyed the beginning. Doing that, it's all like just despair and all that stuff. But like seeing that like Thanos stops, like goes there, and like everyone's just like, what the fuck?
The
Like,
whole ending of Thor Ragnarok is like fucked
ruined.
because you're like, Asgard's gonna be somewhere else.
Yeah.
They're good now, you know.
Yeah, but
and then their whole space station or whatever it was, their ship was destroyed. All the Asgardians are dead. The one who's like the guard, I don't even know his name. The guy who,
Hemdall.
him. He dies. I'm sorry
But
for
he-
all the fans of
before he
of
dies,
that guy.
Before he dies, he sends the Hulk back to Earth.
Yeah,
For
Hulk
his
gets his
one
ass
last-
kicked.
Yes.
Yeah, so now that we're on Hulk, that was one of the big issues that I had for the movie. Because he was
never
Hulk.
came out.
He was good as Hulk in the beginning. He
Yeah.
was beating the shit out of Thanos,
Yeah.
and then he got beat up and then whipped away. So then did that make Thor? Did that make Hulk scared? Like, because they hinted at like Hulk had this like Bruce Banner had this like dual personality where he's like talking to the Hulk and Hulk is like coming out, which we've never seen before.
Yeah.
And he also had this conflict in
yeah.
Thor Ragnarok. He had this conflict between Bruce Banner and the Hulk, and then they resolved that shit. So then we come back here and the Hulk is still having issues. I just wanted.
Well, the issue, from what I found of it was like Hulk. Like think of it as Hulk perspective. He's been on this planet. You know what's the Jeff Goldblum? He's on the Jeff Goldblum planet, and he's winning all these fights, fight after fight. Every guy he throws at him, boom, boom, boom. He keeps winning, and then he goes up to this, purple guy. He's like, "Oh, I got this," and then like he gets his ass kicked like immediately, in, like not even like 2 minutes, and like to even survive with Hulk for more than a few minutes is groundbreaking, and
that made
kick his ass under like a second.
That made Hulk like just want to stay away. Like I never knew that Hulk was like a thing that lives like
another being,
like a possession.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of like that.
Another
it makes
being
it
inside
makes it
Bruce
interesting.
Banner.
I mean, the whole concept of the Hulk is pretty much like a Frankenstein, Jekyll and Hyde, kind of like an old school monster kind of thing mixed with.
I understand it being like Jekyll and Hyde, but then there's always like you can turn it on and off, and like maybe the two personalities don't like know about each other, but still it's like I don't understand why they're like trying to communicate with each other. I feel like it's a weird thing that they did.
Oh, you want to take this, Matt?
I feel like it's like they're showing them communicating. It's like that Bruce is trying to understand the Hulk more, so they can actually work together as a team.
Yeah.
Other than just be like, okay, I'm gonna be smart, but then action comes around, I'm gonna turn into Hulk, and then Hulk just smash everything, and that's game over. If Bruce can actually maybe like communicate with Hulk within like their transformation, they can probably come up with a better plan instead of just I'm just gonna run in there Hulk style, just wreck things. So you could be like Bruce can be like, hey, we're gonna do this, that, and you want to go with that, and see if that executes.
Yeah.
Instead of
So
being,
what was your favorite part of the movie, Josh?
My favorite part. Well, you know what? I gotta go with one of my favorite parts is with the character of Thor, how he kind of grew. Like because like in the first Thor movie where you see him like I don't give a shit about this character. He's boring. He's kind of like a dull kind of character. But like after Thor Ragnarok, he was like in such a low place, and then he loses his eye, and then after this, and then he's like, oh, I'm gonna save all the Asgardians. All the Asgardians are dead. So Thor is at the lowest point he ever been ever. And like now, even though he's at that point, he's still like happy. He's still like you know, he's still joking around. He actually became one of my more favorite Avengers after, you know, recent events. Before I was like, you know what, Thor's like whatever. But now he's up there with my top few Avengers. You know, I think my favorite initially was Captain America because I just felt more sorry for him because he's like in the 40s and he's like caught in our timeline with our crappy music and crappy crap, you know. So I just felt more sorry for him. But I have to go with that. What about you, Dan? Mm-hmm. What is Dan's favorite part?
There's a lot of moments that I really liked about it, like when Groot used his like roots to create the handle for the
Stormbreaker.
The Thor.
Stormbreaker.
And then and it was just I like to see that the axe came. Like I don't know where that originated from, but it was always something in the Ultimate.
There's like another Hulk style character, not Hulk. I mean Thor style character. That's like a horse. I forget his name, but that's his weapon.
His name Thor's?
No. No. It's like supposedly it's like that's his weapon, but later on in comics it slowly went to Thor and later on things. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people were saying that's like it's like an Easter egg to that other character. They said that they wanted to bring him in to Ragnarok, that character, but they didn't bring him in there.
I saw it as like I liked it because it reminded me of the Ultimate Thor, and I like Ultimate comics. And then I really liked that Spider-Man had the Iron Spider legs, you know, mechanical spider legs. That was fun. I liked the
Yeah, I like that part too.
One of my favorite parts was Red Skull coming back.
Oh, yeah.
I heard his voice.
It's a different actor.
Really?
Different actor.
Really?
I found out it's supposedly a different actor.
Oh.
They used so much the CGI that like
they
kept it almost the same, but in some more details it's different. That's what I heard.
The voice when I was hearing it, like I've heard Hugo Weaving's voice. Like I watch V for Vendetta once a year. And I watch The Matrix all the time, so I felt like I would have recognized his voice, but like I was hearing it and I was like, why does it sound so familiar? And then when I saw that it was Red Skull, I was like, oh, it's because it's Hugo Weaving. So, anyways,
we'll just pretend it is.
Yeah. So, so I really enjoyed. So in Cap America, there's that scene where he gets sucked into the Tesseract. Yeah. And I've been waiting ever since that movie to see what happened to Red Skull. And almost seems like I forgot. The movies. Yeah, it seems
I
like
completely forgot even where he went.
It seems like the MCU forgot about it too, so I was glad finally to see that.
Actually brought it back.
I completely forgot.
Oh, and also I loved the Guardians of the Galaxy. Everything that they were doing in this movie was great. Thor and the Guardians, they were all great.
Oh yeah, it made sense. Like what Thor would be the first connection with the Guardians, because like he's from space and everything like that. So their worlds kind of tie in more than like say like Spider-Man and the Guardians. But obviously Spider-Man is still thrown in with Star-Lord and all of them and. They think they're fighting because there's a misunderstanding. They think one's working for Thanos or the other. But
I didn't like how they did. I didn't like how they made Peter Quill's character freaking like more annoying.
He was really annoying.
He didn't like. It was just like every 2 seconds he's freaking screwing up everything.
Yeah,
and like everyone had this whole plan. How many do you have?
It's in my Infinity jacket.
Did you guys enjoy Guardians 2?
I love Guardians 2. That was I liked it better than the first one.
Yeah.
True.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe Bruce stole from me.
Guardians 2. I thought it was the worst Marvel movie ever.
What?
Yeah, it was. It was shitty.
I have to.
Those things with the eggs and they're explaining the shit.
I'm cropping you out of this podcast.
You guys really liked it?
I loved it. Well, I had a lot of connections with it, like a lot of the Star-Lord plot kind of resonated with me in my personal life. So I was like, I like this a lot. And then Baby Groot was fun, and Yondu stole the movie. Yeah, he stole that movie. He was like the best part of the movie.
I'm sad that he wasn't in Infinity War because I feel like he would have been a good part to it.
Well, but yeah, we were having this discussion earlier. When imagine if Yondu was there, like with the fight at Wakanda, with his arrow, he's just like.
They hinted at something like happened to Yondu. One of the things I didn't like about Infinity War is that they sort of kept on hinting at stuff, or it just seemed like a bunch of stuff was missing. Like Thor mentions that he like wiped out an entire planet of thespians. What are they called?
That
whatever Yondu's like.
Oh my god!
I assumed that he just meant I killed Yondu, you know, because then they got a shot of Star-Lord and he was like, you know, like he didn't know how to feel about it, you know. I don't know.
All right.
Maybe I'm totally wrong.
I didn't even pick that up.
I didn't pick that one up. I saw it 3 times.
But I thought Gamora, Zoe Salonda was the best out of all the actors in the movie. Like her performances were.
Yeah, and there's just like a really deep connection with Thanos. Like I liked how Thanos wasn't just a two-dimensional like villain. Like you understand why he's doing what he's doing. Like why he's trying to like. There's like he says in the movie, there's too many mouths to feed, and like if everyone's going after the same thing, it's just going out. It's just kind of looking at the problem with overpopulation, and like that's kind of like where his his outlook is on everything.
I think they did a good job with that.
I liked how with Thanos they gave him like more of a personality.
Yeah,
they gave him more like he's reacting more when he sacrificed Gamora to like the Soul Stone and everything. Freaking, he's like right before that he's crying and shit. Like
you don't think this big purple monster is gonna be crying.
Grimace is not gonna do it. Like I wasn't expecting him to. Like I thought he was gonna do it, keep him like straight faced and be like, I just want the Soul Stone and just toss her off. Not really give him like
he did.
But he has to care.
Actually, that was one of the best moments. The whole scene was great.
Yeah, but you know what? I got.
She's like tears for me.
Yeah, pathetic. She's like, you're pathetic. Pretty much.
Like, these aren't for you. No, these aren't for me, or something.
Yeah, they aren't for him, or something.
Yeah. Those were great.
I gotta admit though, Steppenwolf way better villain than antagonist than Thanos. I gotta say.
Get the hell out of here.
Is that Justice League?
Yeah, it's a crappy Justice League CGI Play-Doh splooge on the screen.
The other scene that made me like my head be like blown when I was like in the beginning again.
Did it actually
like,
blow up in the thing? Like his brain
was like
just went
I wasn't expecting like them killing off Loki.
Oh,
and I wasn't expecting that. I was like,
that should have been the first death.
Out of all the characters that actually died, I feel like Loki. I don't know if
he was the best villain of everybody.
I feel like Loki's out for good, you know, like just how he died.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't disintegrate like everyone else. So he was literally murdered.
Loki and Vision, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how they.
Okay,
Vision dies twice.
Yeah. So that's hard.
Vision just kept on getting stabbed and then.
He got the short end of the stick. Let's just say that.
He's just a stab.
I like how they build up like there's this sense of hope with everyone. Like, oh, we don't sacrifice a life for a greater good or whatever. And like there's this like little sense like, oh, maybe they'll actually destroy the stone, but no, everyone's dead at the end. And then I was watching this with my nephew, and like if you're watching this with like kids, they're gonna go like, what the heck, my Spider-Man's dead, you know, they're gonna be crying or whatever. Well, Mason was just like, what happened? I thought the good guys were gonna win. I'm like, you broke it. You broke the movie. I don't know.
You're a jerk.
So
yeah, it was definitely a good fake out too because you thought they won.
Yeah,
but also.
Guess who just got back today? Them wild-eyed boys that had been away haven't changed, had much to say.